Alrighty, what is going on, boxing fans and gamers? It's your boy Fight Nate's Finest, the selfie commentator, coming at you with another Fight Night Champion online ranked match. It will be Mike Tyson up against Andre Bishop. It's about 5:30 in the morning ish. Running this with some live commentary, freestyle on it. I hope this time around that the mic audio is a bit better than the game audio, because last time the mic audio wasn't loud enough. But I got everything on max. We're still going with some ghetto productions here. I haven't how do I put this? I haven't reinserted the old setup yet with the Vegas editing and all that other good stuff. So like I said, we're freestyle on this one off the top, and we're just gonna go with it. Plus, I want to kind of shake off the rust of playing more consistently, because I really don't play anymore. Well, this isn't the best opponent to play against, but we're going to try to work some basics in here and just try to, get back into the groove of things. But with a 90 win and 414 record, I don't think he's going to be the best player in the world, but, you never know. Maybe it might surprise us. Maybe we may be that 91st win. So, hands up. See, we've got to observe and see what it is that he does, and obviously he's kind of just pressing buttons. So even against opponents like this, you can still work your things that you need to work. So work your jab, move around, and most importantly, you want to go to the body, because the body is where it is that you can kill players like this. And traditionally, in other times where I fought players like this, I have generally struggled to put them away, because when they just press buttons, it's really hard to predict what it is that they're gonna do. So one of the best things to do may be to just work the body whenever you see them throwing too much. So he's just kind of standing there and just trying to block, which is interesting, but that's not gonna cut it. So his stamina is low. Instantly you want to go downstairs and punish the body. Anytime that bar is refilling, that's when you want to go in between their shots, and either in between the shots, wait till they miss, and then go downstairs. And then that is how you successfully drain stamina, or tax a person for their mistakes. Make them pay for those transgressions of missing. It doesn't work if, for example, your opponent lands a shot and then you try to go downstairs. It won't do the same. It won't have the same impact or the same effect as if you go downstairs after those misses right there, especially since he's using the same hand too. That'll be a very good time to punish and tax him for that. So he threw 4 punches there, and he's missed 2 of them, and he landed 2. He got a jab off there. Just step back. Let's give ourselves some more space. Another power shot downstairs. Quick combo by doubling up the hooks, and then we go back upstairs. So all in all, good round. Does he have any patterns? Not really. There's not really too much to observe. I feel like we know what it is that we're getting with this guy. So now it's just about executing. I want to get my jab established again, and maybe try not to get hit as much. Another good thing about this too is that I feel like when you play against people like this and you're patient with them and you allow them to work their game, they're gonna recognize what you're doing and maybe try to emulate it a bit, so that they can see how they're more successful. So like you see now, you notice him throwing jabs. Go downstairs and punish that again. We want to be able to teach him to not do that as much. So it's actually pretty good to drag these type of matches out. In order to improve the quality of playing in the community, try to unless if they have no interest of improving, and I don't think he does, because he's just throwing headbutts, and especially with an opponent with this many losses, he's probably used to getting blitzed out and not getting a chance to work his game. He's already looking for a way out. He already recognizes the skill difference. But what I'm trying to say is maybe if you're playing against a new player, don't just blitz them out. Let them work their game, and maybe they'll be able to take something away from it.
Was it that obvious right from the start that this physical specimen that you were seeing as a 12, 13, 14-year-old was going to end up being a pro fighter we're seeing in the ring now.
Well, Costamano, the first day we had in the gym, said to me, you're going to have a chance maybe to train your first heavyweight champ if this guy stays interested, if he gives us a chance to develop him.
Now I'm just throwing combos and just trying to finish the job here a bit, because with the headbutts, he's not showing me that he has interest in improving his game.
He got all into that one. That was a solid uppercut. Good exchange. He fired.
Do apologize in advance if you can hear like the controller going in the background.
You want this fight? Because listen to me, man. If you want this fight, you gotta stay busy.
Okay, so we're maintaining pretty good stamina at 99%. It should be 100.
Because you're not throwing any punches out there. Throw punches.
That's something else we can talk about or discuss slowly. I don't want nobody to think I'm picking on them, because I'm not. Stamina management. How to manage your stamina well. As well as you try to tax somebody for their transgressions by missing and punishing mistakes, it's also very important that you keep your own stamina up. And regardless to how long this game has been out, there are a lot of people who still do not understand the stamina system. And that kind of comes down to people not understanding what happens when either you throw too much or keeping count. And when I say keeping count, I mean like figure out who's winning a round based on what's going on. Like generally most players have a good idea of when they are winning or when they are losing a round, right? And some rounds are very hard to it's hard to call whether or not you're winning the round or not. But if you're winning a round and it's a 10-round fight, that's where lack of stamina management comes from lack of discipline. Simply put, there's no other way to put that. If you are not a disciplined fighter, you will not have good stamina management. As we drop him and put him down for the first time. Little chin checking action going on. I don't think I'm gonna do that as much anymore, but get your chin check, kid. Get your chin check. Like now with the exaggeratedness, like that's done and over with. You get enough of that in YouTube communities these days. But yeah, he understands pump blocking. That's another thing that we can deduce. He knows that pumping the block allows for you to block more punches, but it's still something where you should try to time it well. You know, if you know a shot's coming at you, put those hands up, or try to reset the block after you know 2 or so punches are missed. But yeah, lack of stamina management comes from lack of discipline. If you know you won in a round and it's a 10-round fight, there's no need to rush things. You have to think like you are the one fighting. You don't sprint 24/7, even if you can. Because you have to think long term. You have to have long term goals in mind when you are playing the game, right? Like you gotta have the long term goals in life. You can't always play things by ear. But when you're playing the game, it's the same thing. You're not gonna manage your stamina well if you know you're winning a round and you think, well, I can take this guy out. Why risk it? Have some discipline. Have the ability to say, like, okay, I've done enough for the round. I could play a little bit of defense. I can work, you know, I can let this guy work his game a bit. I can let him tire himself out. You know, that's another benefit too to having some patience and, you know, having discipline. If I punish him, like, I go upstairs, I go downstairs, right? Why would I entertain throwing more punches here? Like, I don't need to throw any power shots. I don't need to hurt the guy. Like, he's already trying to quit. Either he's going to quit on his own. I don't have to do anything. So I let him work his game a little bit. Let him work his jab. Let him work his movement. He's just following me around. Maybe I can teach him something here, right? I double up. I stay close to him. He'll notice as I'm pressuring him, I'm going to push him back here. As I'm pressuring him, I'm not following him. I'm sticking close to him based on how he moves. If he doesn't have to move, I don't have to move, you know? Okay, now I step back and I'll let him work his game. Everything is a power shot, so now I punish him for that.
shot away. Mike Tyson, good use of the jab. Oh, and he got
Okay,
caught
stun me
right
here.
there. Everything was going fine, and then he got caught.
Well, that's the problem. Was going too fine. He got a false sense of security. The other guy wasn't throwing back. He took for granted.
Ooh, almost got dropped there, guys.
In this ring.
Bishop's failure to get away from his opponent's
Yikes. 2 stuns.
It is. He continues to get hit with the same
So let's see how much stamina we have coming back to us here. Okay, back to 100%.
Knock this motherfucker out.
Even with getting stunned now, I'm pretty sure we still win the round. If we didn't, though, it's not a big deal. So we get to see. Oh, this is the 5th round, not the 4th.
corner did a good job during those 60 seconds between rounds.
Okay,
You
no
can
problem.
tell that he's a fresh fighter.
So we get back to basics, right?
Days in the last round. Lands flush
Let's go
with
back
the
downstairs.
combo by Mike Tyson.
We're still punishing him here. Downstairs. Everything downstairs.
Pulls the trigger right away with the left
Let's
hand
work the
and
jab.
tagged himself.
Work our left hand.
Nice work. Tyson.
Showing the left is a little bit educated there. You know, you see the jab and then the overhand hook coming off the jab. Gotta always prove you got an educated left.
Very nice work with the double jab up top.
Okay. We go back downstairs to the body now. Continue to break him down.
Halfway into round number 5 here.
Okay, we went upstairs with 2. Now we go downstairs with 2. Okay. He's getting wild.
Able to dismiss
Downstairs.
his opponent's shot and then comes
Let's have
back
some
with an
balance.
uppercut. Tyson's head movement is really a factor in this fight. I mean, who would have thought it? Just one of the
You know, think of it like a chessboard. You know, you're attacking on the queen side. You got control of the center. You're attacking on the king side. Everything is balanced.
Matter of fact, he's starting to drown himself because he's going more and more head hunting, and the more he does it, the more he misses, the more frustrated he gets, the more tired he gets. He needs to make a change. Downstairs to the place that's not moving, down to the body.
nice combination by Mike Tyson.
All right, step back. Let him work his game.
Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. Well, he goes to the gut with the right hand. Tyson's
Okay,
showing
not
a
bad, not
quality
bad.
that I think is very underrated
Still
in
keeping our
boxing.
stamina high. We're working our own game.
When, how, and make the most of each thing you're doing. His punch rate.
So now I'm gonna work on, like, you know, just moving in between, you know, trying to make sure I'm punching at the right times.
He's making everything count, but just as a
Getting off some clean offense without having to exchange too much, because that's always been a weakness of mine. Like, I always tell people when they're learning this game, right? Or when they were learning the game back in the day. Play the computer, because you can really, it's all about how you think about the game. It's not so much about the competition that you're playing against. Like, you can learn so much if you just think about what it is that you're doing. And I don't think enough players on the game do that. Like, he's not thinking, he's just pressing stuff. Like, he knows he needs a jab maybe to get inside, but how do you set that up?
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs.
What happens when you throw the jab downstairs and, you know, you see that movement stop? That's why you would, you know, throw the body jab, right? So just try to think about what it is that you're doing.
And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand.
Online competition is good for, you know, testing out how well you adapt, and of course, you know, competition, having fun, and, you know, more competitive fights. But at the end of the day, what is it that you really think about when you're playing? That's what's going to help you progress as a player or get better as a player. And, you know, even me, I have a lot of room to where I can improve. I'm shaking some rust off, but I was never a perfect player or anything of that, you know, that margin. I always try to think about what I'm doing, or I always try to play matches where, even in matches where it's kind of easy like this, you can still think about what it is that you're doing. Still, you know, make sure those fundamentals are clean. You can always work on the fundamentals.
absolutely battered right there. The one big shot there.
All right, this should be it. I don't expect him to get up
He made it
again,
close here. Can he survive?
but he's been in a lot of matches, so maybe he will. Maybe he's used to getting up a lot. Okay, he got up.
Andre Bishop, 60 seconds to
All right, now let's put it all together. Our jabs working. Let's get the, the combinations to the body working, the body punishes. When we see him, like, maybe going into one of his very small patterns, we'll try to counter it and, follow up with combinations. I really wish I could tell what his stamina was at. I would think it's in the 60 or 50% tile at this point, but I'm not too sure.
Nice round. That was good. Keep that up if we have this round. Listen to me. You're not giving me enough.
As we start a new round, I post. Wow! Up off the deck and
Wow.
knockdown of his own.
Okay, that happened. Some flash knockdowns. And I get hit with the disrespect, the 3 times play. That's okay. I'm not going to lose my head off of that. Still work our game. Let's get that jab rolling. Take some time to recover first.
He's gonna be okay. Doesn't look like he's that damaged.
No, exactly, Joe. That was just a brush fire.
I have this thing that I do when I play League, right? If I die, I'll tap the top of my tempos, and then I'll pull my chin up. And that reminds me to keep a cool head.
Land the right hand. See him timing that double jab. He returned fire right there, and it worked after being rocked.
All right, let's not get wild.
Man. Oh! And he beat the count. I don't think
That should be it.
Now I know where they got that saying, falling like a sack of potatoes.
But yeah, always keep a cool head, even if you're losing. If you're losing, just keep working on your game. That's all you can do. All right, so not the greatest opponent.
Tyson's power
I think it was an okay match for shaking some rust off, but generally not bad.
Now that's how you
He landed 27% of his shots, and I landed 61% of mine. So, like I said, not the greatest competition, but I hope you guys did enjoy and maybe take something away from it. Hopefully it was insightful. Like I said, I'm shaking the rust off on not only playing, but also commentary. So I hope that you guys did enjoy it. If you did, hit the like button. You don't have to, but, it would help me out. Also, leave a comment on what it is that you thought. And, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. It's been your boy, Fight Nate's Finest, the Sophist commentator, and I'm off this. Peace.